Welcome to ENCORE of Legends. I'm Kevin. Here we honor legendary figures whose stories continue to inspire beyond their final curtain. From film and music to sports and culture, we revisit their journeys, achievements, and unforgettable moments. Join us in celebrating lives that left a lasting impact and continue inspiring generations around the world. Bruce Glover, born on May 2, 1932, built a long and distinctive career in Hollywood defined by individuality rather than stardom. With his sharp features and naturally intense screen presence, he became one of those actors who could elevate even the smallest role simply by being on screen. His work spanned decades of film and television, often marked by unconventional and memorable characters. Memorable roles on the big screen. One of his most recognized performances came as Mr. Wint in Diamonds Are Forever, where he delivered a chilling yet oddly playful portrayal of an assassin. The role stood out for its blend of menace and dark humor, making it one of the more unusual entries in the James Bond franchise. He also appeared in films such as Chinatown and Walking Tall, showing his range across different genres and tones. Later in his career, he continued to find meaningful roles, including in Ghost World, proving his adaptability across generations of cinema. A career built on craft, not spotlight. Over time, Bruce Glover accumulated more than 100 screen credits. While many of his roles were supporting parts, they were rarely overlooked. He had a way of bringing depth, unpredictability, and personality to characters that might otherwise have faded into the background. Directors often valued his willingness to take creative risks and his ability to make small moments feel memorable. A lasting creative legacy. Off-screen, he was also known as the father of actor Crispin Glover, with whom he shared a connection rooted in artistic curiosity and unconventional storytelling. Bruce Glover passed away at the age of 92, leaving behind a body of work defined by originality and versatility. His legacy endures in the many performances where he proved that even the briefest appearance can leave a lasting impression when played with commitment and character. David Johansen stood out as a performer who treated music like a full-body experience rather than just sound. Born on January 9, 1950, he became widely known as the frontman of New York Dolls, a group that helped lay the groundwork for what would later be called punk. On stage, Johansen brought a mix of grit, humor, and theatrical flair that made performances feel unpredictable in the best way. He didn't simply sing songs, he embodied them, turning every show into something alive and slightly chaotic, yet completely captivating. Reinvention and creative range. What made Johansen especially compelling was his refusal to stay in one artistic lane. After his early rock impact, he reemerged in a very different form as Buster Poindexter. This alter ego showcased a smoother, lounge-inspired style rooted in rhythm and blues, revealing a playful and charismatic side that surprised many listeners. Rather than abandoning his past, he expanded it, showing that identity in music can evolve without losing authenticity. His career became a study in reinvention done naturally, not as a strategy, but as an extension of curiosity. A lasting creative spirit across every phase of his work. Johansen carried a consistent spirit of individuality. Whether performing in underground clubs or larger venues, he maintained a sense of spontaneity and connection with the audience. His influence can still be felt in artists who blur the lines between music, theater, and persona. Even as time passes, his legacy remains tied to creative freedom, the idea that performance is not just about precision, but about presence, personality, and the willingness to take risks on stage. George Foreman, born on January 10, 1949, grew up with a strong drive to overcome challenges. From humble beginnings, he developed the discipline and power that would later define his career in professional boxing. Boxing career and success, Foreman became one of the most dominant heavyweight boxers in the sport's history. Known for his strength and intimidating presence in the ring, he reached the highest level by becoming a world heavyweight champion. His fights were marked by knockout power and determination, earning him global recognition and respect. Life beyond the ring. After stepping away from boxing at the peak of his early success, Foreman took a very different path. He became a minister, focusing on faith, personal reflection, and helping others. This shift showed a more personal side of him, highlighting growth beyond sports and competition. Later, he also became a familiar public figure through business and media appearances, known for his approachable personality, legacy, and lasting influence. George Foreman's story continues to inspire across generations. He is remembered not only for his achievements in boxing, but also for his ability to reinvent himself and succeed in multiple chapters of life. His journey reflects resilience, transformation, and long-lasting impact, both inside and outside the ring. Lenny Wilkens, born on October 28, 1937, grew into one of basketball's most respected figures through steady growth and quiet excellence. As a player in the NBA, he stood out as a composed point guard with strong court awareness and an unselfish style of play. Rather than relying on flash, he focused on timing, decision-making, and helping his teammates perform at their best, earning a reputation as a true floor leader. Coaching legacy. After his playing days, Wilkens transitioned into coaching and quickly proved that his understanding of the game went far beyond the court. He became one of the most accomplished coaches in league history, guiding teams with patience and intelligence while adapting to changing eras of basketball. His leadership style was calm but effective, earning him deep respect from players and peers alike. Over time, he achieved a rare honor, being inducted into the Hall of Fame both as a player and as a coach, reflecting his impact in two major roles: leadership and character. What set Wilkens apart was not just his record, but his character. He consistently put team success ahead of personal recognition and believed in building trust within the locker room. Many players viewed him as more than a coach, seeing him as a mentor who helped them grow both professionally and personally. His quiet confidence and thoughtful approach created stability wherever he worked. Enduring legacy. Throughout decades in the sport, Wilkens remained a steady and respected figure in basketball's evolution. He helped connect different generations of the game through his adaptable mindset and grounded leadership. His legacy is remembered not only in wins and awards, but in the lasting influence he had on players, teams, and the broader culture of basketball itself. She has sold over 200 million records, performed on some of the biggest stages on earth, and sung for audiences ranging from world leaders to packed stadiums that seemed to stretch endlessly into the night. Yet behind that global recognition is a life shaped by challenges far beyond music. Fame often looks like a straight path upward, but her journey shows something more complex. Alongside success came poverty in her early years, personal loss, intense public attention, and later, a rare neurological condition that changed the way she lives and performs. What the world hears as effortless beauty in her voice is the result of years of discipline, sacrifice, and emotional endurance. Her story is not only about achievement, but about persistence through circumstances that would have ended many careers long before they began. A childhood built on simplicity and music. She was born in Charlemagne, a small town in Quebec, as the youngest of 14 children in a family that lived modestly. Resources were limited, but the household was rich in something less visible: music. Her parents encouraged singing and playing instruments as part of everyday life, not as a luxury, but as a shared expression of togetherness. The home was often crowded, privacy was rare, and daily life required cooperation and resilience. Even with financial hardship, there was warmth in the way the family gathered around songs and melodies. From an early age, she absorbed this environment naturally. Music was not something she learned as a career goal. It was simply part of how life was understood and expressed in her family. The moment everything began to change, her path toward a professional career began when a homemade recording reached music manager René Angelil. He initially hesitated as he received many such tapes, but something about her voice made him listen more carefully. When they finally met, he discovered a young teenager with an unusually powerful and controlled voice far beyond her years. He recognized potential that extended beyond local success and made a decision that changed both their lives. He chose to manage her career and invest deeply in her development. This included financial risk and personal commitment, reflecting how strongly he believed in her talent. From that point, her life shifted from a small-town upbringing to a carefully guided journey into the professional music world. Early career and first steps into recognition, her early recordings in French brought attention in Quebec, where audiences quickly embraced her emotional delivery and vocal strength. She was still very young, but her performances carried a maturity that stood out in the music scene. Radio play and local awards followed, building a foundation for something larger. Yet success at this stage was still regional, and the transition to international recognition required careful planning. Behind the scenes, her management focused on refining her skills, improving language abilities, and preparing her for a global audience. This period was not only about visibility, but also about discipline and growth. It shaped her into an artist capable of stepping beyond her original environment while maintaining the emotional core of her music. Reinventions for a global stage. As her career expanded, she underwent a gradual transformation designed to reach international audiences. This included learning English fluency, adjusting her musical style, and refining her public image. The changes were not about replacing who she was, but about widening the space in which her voice could be heard. Each adjustment came with training and intense focus, reflecting her willingness to adapt. Her transition into the English language market marked a turning point, as she began releasing albums that reached listeners far beyond Canada. Songs that followed demonstrated emotional clarity and vocal precision, helping her build a reputation as an artist capable of connecting deeply across cultures and languages. Love, scrutiny, and a life in the public eye. Her professional relationship with René Angelil eventually became personal, developing over years of close collaboration. When their relationship became public, it attracted significant attention due to their age difference and their shared history. Discussions in the media often focused more on speculation than on understanding the individuals involved. Despite this, they moved forward with their relationship and later married in a widely viewed ceremony in Montreal. Their partnership combined personal and professional dimensions, creating both strength and complexity in her life. While public opinion varied, she consistently expressed confidence in her choices, emphasizing trust and understanding in their bond. Their relationship remained central to both her personal stability and her career direction. A turning point on the world stage. Her global breakthrough came through major international performances, including Eurovision, where she represented Switzerland and reached a worldwide audience. This moment introduced her to millions who had never heard her before. Soon after, her English-language albums gained international success, with songs reaching top positions on charts across the United States and Europe. Her voice became associated with emotional storytelling, often connecting deeply with listeners. The release of My Heart Will Go On for the film Titanic marked one of the most defining moments of her career, turning her into a global cultural presence. The song's success linked her voice permanently with one of the most iconic films in cinema history, the height of global fame. At the peak of her career, she was performing worldwide, selling out stadiums, and becoming one of the most recognized voices in contemporary music. Her songs were played across radio stations, films, ceremonies, and personal milestones for millions of people. Despite the scale of her fame, she remained focused on performance and discipline. Each show required vocal care, physical preparation, and emotional presence. Her success was not only measured in awards or record sales, but in the consistent connection she built with audiences. Even as her career expanded, she maintained a strong sense of artistic identity, ensuring that her performances reflected authenticity rather than spectacle alone. Personal sacrifice and caregiving years. When René Angélil was diagnosed with illness, she made the decision to pause much of her career to care for him. This period marked a shift from public performance to private responsibility. She focused on supporting him through treatment, while maintaining her role as a mother and partner. The entertainment industry continued to evolve during her absence, but she chose stability over visibility. This time reflected a different kind of strength, one centered on presence rather than performance. Her decision highlighted the personal values that guided her choices, showing that her life was not defined solely by career ambition, but also by loyalty and care for her family. Las Vegas residency and family life. After returning to music, she embraced a long-term residency in Las Vegas, which allowed her to balance performance with family life. This format reduced travel demands and created stability for her household. During this period, she also became a mother to twins, adding new meaning to her personal life. The residency became one of the most successful live performance series in entertainment history, redefining how major artists could structure their careers. It combined artistic excellence with sustainability, allowing her to continue performing at a high level while being present for her children and family responsibilities. Loss, grief, and emotional resilience. Later in life, she experienced profound personal loss with the passing of René Angélil, followed closely by the death of her brother. These events brought a period of deep grief, reshaping her emotional world. Despite these challenges, she eventually returned to the stage, not as a declaration of triumph, but as a continuation of her artistic expression. Her performances during this time carried emotional depth, shaped by lived experience. Rather than stepping away permanently, she chose to keep moving forward gradually, balancing grief with responsibility to her family and her audience. This period revealed resilience, grounded not in denial of pain, but in the ability to live alongside it. Illness, adaptation, and continuing strength. In recent years, she revealed that she had been diagnosed with a rare neurological condition that affects muscle control and movement. The condition required her to step back from touring and focus on treatment and physical therapy. Despite the challenges, she has continued working toward recovery with medical support and determination. In a powerful moment years later, she returned briefly to perform on a global stage, demonstrating both vulnerability and strength. Her story continues to evolve, shaped by adaptation rather than closure. What remains constant is her connection to music and her commitment to expressing emotion through song. Her journey reflects a life built not only on success, but on endurance, transformation, and the ability to keep moving forward through uncertainty.